I've been playing Rogue and games like it since the 80s. From Rogue to Zogban to Azure Dreams, I went on countless adventures in the land of RNG. Then, about a decade ago, gaming creators showed us that the formula found in Rogue could be applied to other types of games with mass appeal. Nowadays, we have countless roguelikes to choose from, but only the best roguelike RPGs make the cut on my list. On this show, I give each game a chance to show me what it's got. Success means that it secures a place on the Wheel of Rogue, while failure means the game is banished, never to be seen again. The stakes could never be higher. Join me as I give today's game 1 hour to impress.
Hello, welcome. My name is Phil JC Servant, the Utah and Polygamist with RPGamer.com, and this is 1 hour to impress, where we give a game 1 hour to impress me. And this is the roguelike special edition, which basically we got a little added deal going on where we're actually trying to evaluate to see if it deserves a spot on the Wheel of Rogue. Which, for those of you who don't know, I have a random wheel of roguelike games that I spin on certain shows, random shows that I do, where I'll play random rogues. But just the good games on that wheel for the most part, and that's what we try to determine, at least to see if it deserves a spot on the wheel, or at least on a probationary status, right? Sometimes I'll get a game on there, and it turns out after a few more playthroughs, it's not kind of worth it. But this is a first impression type of deal, so that's what we're here to do. And today's game was a surprise. Honestly, it's a surprise. This was just a spur of the moment thing. I actually have a different game scheduled for the next 1 hour to impress. But today, when I logged into Steam, it was like, "Hey, there's Dead Age 2. Would you like to buy?" You know how Steam does its little pop-ups and stuff. I was like, "Dead Age 2? Haven't heard of that one. Role-playing game, roguelike, roguelike type of deal. Sounds right up my alley. Advertise the battle system like Final Fantasy. Again, sounds right up my alley. Hadn't heard of it, so I was just like, okay, checked out, read a couple of things about it, said, let's give it a shot. Let's give it a chance to. That's what I like to do. That's my shtick. I like to do games no one else talks about or knows about, and I didn't know about this game, so I'm willing to bet a lot of other people didn't know about this game. So that's what we're gonna do. Dead Age 2 today. As you can see up on the screen here, it was released on March 12th, 2021, developed by Silent Dreams, published by Head Up, and you can get this on Mac, Windows, PlayStation 4, the Xbox, and Linux. I'm surprised you can't get on the Switch. The graphics are okay, but from what I did, it's $17.99 on Steam is a list price, but currently it's listed at 40% off. So it's just been out for a few days, and I guess it's one of those opening day sales of 40%, which usually makes me a little weary that it would usually those opening sales are like 10 or 20%. But we're gonna check it out together and keep an open mind and give it a shot. I like zombie deals for the most part if they're done well. I do feel like it's overdone sometimes, so I'm always looking for something new and how they tell a story and bring that to the table. And the idea of a Final Fantasy type role-playing game with some roguelike elements seems rather interesting. So that's what we're doing today with Dead Age 2. Now, my standard disclaimers apply here, boys and girls. I usually, before I do these shows, I've done at least the tutorial of the game, which is about 30 or so minutes. Actually, according to Steam, it's 49 minutes. So and I think I'm done with the tutorial, but there might be more. It was a bit drawn out, and there's a lot of mechanic. I'll be honest with you, a lot of mechanics, and I get the distinct impression that even after playing some of the tutorial and getting through a 1 hour stream of this, it's going to be one of those games that has so much going on underneath the hood. I don't think we're going to hit all the touch points even within an hour. The other thing is, if you're watching this live on Twitch, you are part of the decision making process. Feel free while I'm streaming this to ask questions, thoughts, and towards the end of it, I'm going to ask you your opinion and whether or not it's something you want to see stream. On my 1 hour to impress the roguelike edition, of course, I'll give you my impression of the game at the end, but I'm also going to determine whether or not it deserves a spot in the Wheel of Rogue. And that doesn't always mean it's a good or a bad game. It just means whether or not we, as a group and myself, think that it would be fun to stream or watch streaming, right? It doesn't necessarily mean some games like I was talking about Loop Hero the other day. Loop Hero Looks like a fun game. I played a little bit of it. I don't think it'd be a good game for streaming because the mechanics and stuff don't lend themselves to fun watching. So, in my humble opinion, for all I know, there's a bazillion people out there watching people stream Loop Hero. It seems a little boring to me, but to each their own. Okay. So that being said, and with my lip balm on for my dry lips here in Utah, we're going to jump into Dead Age 2 and get that 1 hour timer up on the screen. So hold on for just 1 minute and we'll get that guy up and running here. We'll get it popped on the screen in just a second. Dead Age 2. Oh, it has been one heck of a day. Time to slay some zombies. And that should be popping up here in just one moment. It's giving me the credits here, so here we go. As always, you can follow us at RP Gamer on Twitter. I'm at JC Servant. The information's right there at the top. Chat with us on our Discord. We have a Discord server. Check it out at rpgamer.com/discord. And come chat with us. We have a lot of stuff going on. All right. Now, this opening screen says, how will you choose to survive when faced with an ocean of undead and potentially hostile survival factions? In Dead Age 2, death may claim you easily, but there is no shame in that. In a new run, you'll improve with additional upgrades and develop new survival strategies. And whatnot. And it also said before, I think this wording is a little bit different when I first loaded up. Oh, yeah, but there's no shame in a new run. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I'm a little tired. All right, so got update number 26. I think it's been in early access, so that's why they're up to update 26 already. But we'll go ahead and jump into this. So the tutorial took us on the character we made here took us up to day 4. So we'll go ahead and jump into it. A high enough standing with a faction will allow you to interact with its leader and purchase unique armaments. So you get the distinct impression, I think they do a pretty good job of communicating to you that these first characters you make, don't get terribly attached to them because they're going to die. You're just going to die. So, the tutorial took us through how to battle and stuff. There's a lot of complex mechanics. We'll kind of go through some of this as we fight and try to regurgitate as much as they try to shove into my little bunny brain. But this is your base, and there's different things going on in your base that you need to do before you go out. So let's go to Katina here, and there's some quest. Small Garden of Eden. After Stephen betrayed camp. So in the tutorial, you play with this guy named Stephen, but at the end of the tutorial, day 3, he basically has betrayed everybody and stolen half the resources of the base. After Stephen betrayed a camp and defected to the smugglers, Jason was forced to care for the survivors. 100 XP, $30 to scrap. Optional, speak with Trish to gain more information in the cantina. Gather resources for the guard. So that's 1. Deal with the Independents. After Steven's betrayal, Jason must restock the camp's resources. The Independents have food you'll need to survive. Optional, speak with Jack at the cantina. Buy resources at the Independents outpost. 0 water, 0 food. Sarah's friend. A zombie horde has overrun a refugee camp. Sarah and Fernando have come to Jack's camp to ask for help. Sarah's worried about her boyfriend. Time is of the essence. Okay, so that's our quest there. We'll go ahead and look, you can track quest. Oh yeah, look at that little track quest. No, track everything. Track 1. No. All right. So we want to speak with Sarah at the cantina? Is that a thing? Do we speak to Sarah right there? Buenos dias, Senora Jason. I'm dusty, bloodied, and badly in need of rest. Afraid we don't have time for a vacation. I heard they leveled your camp. I watched my friend get torn away right in front of me. I really don't want to talk about it. See, bad things have happened. Life goes on, eh? I have an exciting business proposition for your camp. Yeah, well, I didn't come here to expand business. This thing with Sarah is too important. Suit yourself. It's only the deal of a lifetime. We can talk now, Sarah. What exactly happened? The horde came out of nowhere just last night. So many were bitten. The bites were deep, and we didn't have enough Zomdex. They changed so fast. Suddenly we were fighting our friends, family. I remember what that's like. It's not something I would wish on anyone. I just wasn't expecting the zombies to make a comeback like this. What happened to your friend? He was trying to protect me. I told him to stay, try to make him. But he grabbed a weapon and went nonetheless. At first, I felt paralyzed. Then I grabbed a knife and went after him. It only been a few minutes. I could just spot him in a chaos mess of undead and corpses. Some of the others panicked and pulled me away. How did you meet Fernando? We met on the road here. We were told that there was going to be a new camp. We had zombies on our back, but we managed to shake them. There were more bites. More people turned. It was the refugee camp all over again. And suddenly there was Fernando. He protected me and we got away. If I may add something, I killed half a dozen of those rotting gringos. Just so you know who you're dealing with. Alright, any other talents? Bueno, it's nice of you to ask. The saber is a perfect weapon for a destrenza like me. But I'm also good with a pistol, and I bring my own ammunition. I'm also very alert. I can pick locks and make a good guard. What are your talents? I have 2 great talents already. Shut your mouth. That's not how you talk about someone. Don't be so uptight, amigo. She is still a woman first. If I may interject here, my weapon skills are pretty much limited to a kitchen knife. I don't know the first thing about guns, but I'm good at mending torn clothing. I know a few things about medicine. I'm sure I could help around the camp. If it is the way of the world, my friend, let the men do the fighting. You stay and make home, see? That's enough. I decide who does what around camp. So you want us to keep an eye out for your friend. Chica, I told you already that you're ex-friend now. Ex-human. The only thing you could do for him now is put a bullet through his brain. We don't know that. He could be out there looking for me. Please, Jason, let me come with you. I can show you where to start looking. I don't have a lot of money, but you can have it all if we find him. You should definitely head out in full group. You don't have 2 days. You have 2 days. After that, the search becomes hopeless. Still, don't forget about the needs of the camp. You might have to make compromises. Unless you're doing only 40 hours time. I hope I make the right decisions. Whew. It's a lot of reading, right? Room level insufficient. So you can upgrade room levels to make better clothes. Already built. I don't think we have a lot of resources to build much of anything, it looks like. We need resources to build a garden. You really should go and buy supplies at Freedom City East, at least enough to bridge the gap. The only problem is they charge a lot and we barely have anything left. Here, you see the outpost of Freedom City East. It's a good thing we don't give money to Kira. Even so, we're going to need $40. Alright. What should I be doing in Freedom City East? Find the outpost merchant, buy food and water, and bring it here safe and sound. It's doable if you stay focused. Jack, let's talk in private for a moment. Weren't you engaged? What happened? What do you mean? Alright, you stay single despite your options. Doesn't matter. None of them would have worked out for long anyways. What's going on with Trish? We've been a thing for about a year now, if you must know. We didn't really click till after the outbreak. I kinda saw it coming. You were always 2 peas in a pod. Trish and I were happy together. That was before the infection. Big high, then big low. I guess, but don't worry, it isn't contagious if you keep some distance. Like Trish has had to. We don't have much time to build this garden. It's a good thing you're here. What should I do? Steven the smuggler stole everything, so now we have to restock. You need to bring at least 10 materials and 3 scraps so we can get started. Having a garden will provide us with some food and clean water. Which area should I focus on? If you travel too far, you'll just meet an untimely demise. Your choices are the country road or the woods south of here. Woodland areas are a great source of food and materials. On the country road, we called Farmwind Road, however, you may have a better chance to score things like medicine and water and occasionally even scrap. Come to think of it, there's a third option. You might find weapons and scrap in Freedom City. But it's a long trip, and I don't recommend it. You don't think I should go to City? The East Side of City is overrun. Until you're more experienced, I wouldn't go anywhere near it. By all accounts, Freedom City West is even worse state. You should avoid it altogether. Well, that's funny, because the other lady's quest is in the city, right? So, yeah. So basically we need Grappoli. Okay. Let's see here. So here's the town. There's the city. Or that's where we need to buy resources at. Yeah. Freedom City East. I don't know where her boyfriend's hiding at, because she said she had a boyfriend issue. Like, or, you know, her boyfriend that's hiding or whatever, or being hit by the zombies, whatever. Oh, let's see here. Quest. Deal with the independents. Story quest. Sarah's friend. Look for Sarah's friend together with Sarah and Fernando. A zombie horde has overrun a refugee camp. Sarah and Fernando have come to Jack's camp to ask for help. Sarah's worried about her boyfriend. Time's of the essence. Look for Sarah's friend together, but you don't know where it's at. There's really no clue where that's at. Guess not. Lovely. Lovely. Can't click on her. What's this? Oh, that's the options. Okay. You're just like clicking on things, see what they are. What's this? What's this? What's this? These are your character skills, and looks like we kind of spent all of our points, so we're kind of good there. Oops. Alright, so I guess we'll just give it a shot. We're just gonna, at least we know where that's at, so we'll start heading there. Go to this green spot, go to this green spot. Is everybody all ready? See, of course, but don't get your hopes up. Jason, I marked your map with the location of our old camp. We should start there. That's a good distance from here, but we'll make it if we all pull together. I may not be very good with firearms, but I got an idea of how else I can help in a fight. And what would that be? I put a few drinks into our inventory. Snacks and drinks aren't very effective as medkits, but you notice other physical benefits. Try one of these independent colas. The effect is temporary, but should last long enough for a fight. Item received 3 independent colas. I'm just oh wow, there's a lot of enemies there. I'm just imagining like wow, I don't know if he really looks like his picture, but let's see, is that our medicine? Beverage restores a small amount of health, negates thirst, and slightly boosts constitution until the end of combat. Okay, well, I guess that's okay. All right, so we've got a couple of zombies here, and you can see by mousing over them, the things we learned in the tutorial is this guy here, he has a bunch of armor on. He got a high resistance there, and the way you kind of squared that away is by using a Molotov cocktail or something like. Oh, and of course, you know, we got a character with no Molotov cocktails, so that's a problem. So yay. Debilitating shot. Range attack 120%, causes stun. Also usable in the front row. Liquid courage. Raises chance of pistols to hit by 20% for 2 rounds and raises critical chance by another 10%. That costs 2 action points. So we can see our action points up here. Yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do about this guy here without Molotov cocktails. So we'll just go ahead and we're going to hoard his action points for just a minute. So you can pass your turn and save your action points for the next round by focusing. She is pretty useless. We're gonna have her hold her action. Have her hold her action points. What about this guy? Nope, nobody has Molotov cocktails, so I'm not even super sure what we're supposed to do about the guy in the front with all the armor on, because the tutorial's like, use Molotov cocktails. They weren't kidding about this getting really ugly really kind of quickly. We have 80 times pistol ammo. Well, at least we have some pistol ammo. Liquid Courage, debilitating shot. Go ahead and have him save his turn too. Ooh, spitting zombies. Now there's this guy on the ground. Now we've got 4 action points, right? So now we can do something like Liquid Courage. Oh my gosh, there's a zombie back here just you know, kind of feasting out, because why the hell wouldn't he? Debilitating shot. Range attack causes injured leg. This guy has no legs. 75 chance to cause stunned. 100% critical hits, also usable in the front row. So, I don't know. We'll just try shooting poor pumpkin here. He's a crawler, is that what he is? 11%, not a lot of defense. This should hit. Oh, one shot kill. That was nice. That's what happens when you're juiced up. Let's see here. Pistol. Debilitating shot is 120 damage, can cause injured legs. So we'll try debilitating. What is this nurse? Spit hits a target with 100% power damage and causes light poisoning. You have a soldier over here, you got a nurse over there, you got a cowgirl. Sandtoss deals 50% damage and causes blinded. Animal Instinct summons an undead German Shepherd. We're gonna try to take her out. Ooh, nice critical hit. Extra critical hit chances really kind of coming into handy here. She doesn't have a gun. I don't really know what she does. Undead dog, right? I love independent colas. Undead dog. Well, at least it's not. At least it's not. She summons an undead spider, right? I mean, there's. You gotta look at the glass, you know, half full, right? What is it? Is it her turn again? I defended. Just have her. She can't defend twice. Okay, kind of makes sense. It's Fernando's turn. So we like this Liquid Courage because that raises your chance to hit. It raises critical hit. It only takes like 1 juice. We do like our Courage. I think he could probably use a better animation for that. He's just like, Rrr! Alright, so we'll pistol and try to shoot the cowgirl again. Oh yeah, that got rid of her. That did a number. Pistol and attack the nurse. Okay, nice. Of course, he's a little poison there. Oh, ouch, ouch. Oh, spit bad. Spit very bad. Attack the nurse. Alright. Pistol. Attack the nurse. Bye-bye. Sarah. So let's have you switch the row, which brings her up to the front here. And let's just have her attack. Why not have her attack with the weapon? She had Blade Thrust. Deals 120 damage with 90% accuracy. Successful hit causes vulnerable. May repel the target from the front to the back row, causing an additional 50% knockback if they collide with an ally. Oh, that would have probably been better to do before. 2 times 70% successful attack also grants. So Yeah, he's got all this armor. It's probably not even going to affect him. But, and I don't even know what that negative 35% means up there, but what the hell. Plating absorbed, ineffective. Oh, she just took some damage. But somebody was going to take the damage, so... I mean, it's probably better than nothing. But, oh, maybe that's a counter attack. That number above is a counter attack, maybe. So, he's down to 8 armor. Apparently that armor only lasts for so many hits. Which is going to really be rough. Without Molotov cocktails to kind of burn through that armor, we're kind of stuck doing this the old-fashioned way. And that's going to really wear down our hit points. I need more Molotovs. Yeah, you think? What happens if you shoot somebody with that? Yeah, it takes away one of the... takes away one of his armor. Now they have little numbers down here, so if you're used to using a keyboard, I think you can use those numbers to go through those options a little bit faster. Now his plate's been broken. Now she can just kind of... Let's have her do a defensive stance, get some armor up. See if we can save some of that hit point damage. Alright? We're going to have him 2, 1, 3. Oh yeah, that definitely helps a lot. 2, 1, 3. I'm gonna see. Oh, what's he? So does she take any damage? Yeah, so that defense really kind of helps out there. Alright, so we got some cloth fabric and we got some materials. You run into some civilians. You see that they're carrying an item that might be of use to you. Hand bandages. Threaten, move on, convince, where found, trade. Sarah, power 40, 45, 46. Oh no, those look like great numbers. Why should we tell you anything? Trade. You're offered 1 hand badge. The civilians want 5 scrap for it. You have 2 scrap. I don't know if I want to threaten them. They got a lot of guns. And I don't know if, like, I'm just gonna move on. I don't think a hand wrap is worth getting shot at. Found a water. Water. Yay, water. Okay. So that was there. So, got that burning house we're supposed to be at all the way over there to look for to look for her friend, which is like that seems like an obscene amount of distance to me. I don't know if we're really gonna make it to her friend. I'm just gonna go to bridge and do over here. Encounter. Okay, we got another one of those guys with the flak jacket, and so we learned a few things last time. I think I found a use for her to basically go up and defend. Let me see his ammunition here. We're down to 70 bullets. 2, 1, 2 gets the cowgirl. So we'll go ahead and try to take that out. We're gonna have her switch rows. And then we're gonna have her defend. So she can play tank. Essentially. Yeah, bye-bye, cowgirl. And then we're gonna have you defend. Oh, of course that didn't stop him from being spit on. Let's see here. We're gonna have her defend again. Oh, wait, she can't defend? Cooldown active. Oh, you can't just defend every round. Oh. Oh. Blade thrust, though, would push him back into her, right? If we're lucky. And we're not lucky, because he's probably defended. Alright, so... we're going to... have him do Liquid Courage to get some juice in him. That Liquid Courage, yummy stuff. We'll go ahead and attack the nurse in the back there. Get rid of her first. I think memorizing the number shortcuts just makes that a little bit easier. I mean, it doesn't seem like you can just click on them. Unless you do 2-1 first, and then you might as well just press the 3. Bladed weapons defensive stance. Bladed weapons attack. She's got 255 hit points. Yeah, you and everybody else, buddy. Everybody needs Molotovs. This guy's just wasting our bullets. Well. Attack 3. Plating broken. At least she got rid of that. I should try aiming. Yeah, you kind of missed there. You did half damage. Of course, back in the old days, role-playing games, like, if you missed, you missed. But, you know, people don't like seeing 0 damage. They're like, oh, it's a glacier. I just kind of missed it. It just... Alright, so we got some old weapon parts used by the Forge, and we got some materials. The bridge. Stay peaceful, and we'll let you across. Okay, that was pretty easy. Mall, fabric, snacks, water, undead threat, medium. Gas station, munitions. Munitions sounds good. Munition parts. Fabric's kind of good. This gets you 1, 2, 3. This one gets you 1, 2. I guess we'll take the shortest route for now. Notice a brief static noise ruffling through your bags. You find the radio. Jason, can you hear me? Yeah, sorry, I was confused for a moment. We can talk like this sometimes. Has its advantages. Where are you off to today? I'm headed to the city. Don't worry. There's something else. I'm worried about the zombie horde and other survivors out there looking for help. When you visit the Independents, could you ask their leader Denise if they could give any support? Jack doesn't like to beg, so this is basically between us. We're really up against a wall here. Try to get some cash too. Since currency was reinstated by the factions, you can get anything done without dollars anymore. You can't get anything done. Okay, I'll have a talk with Denise in Freedom City East. I don't suppose they'll let me stay there overnight. Nope, after just a few hours, you need to head back to base. You're the leader now, and we'll need you daily. Over and out. This is a warning call to all survivors, merchants, and scouts out there. The zombie threat in Area Freedom City is at dangerous levels. If you can make sure the threat level is reduced, you'll be rewarded with $50 and a recommendation. We are asking for your help. Mall. Here, is this guy like anywhere close to leveling or anything? Is that a thing? In the tutorial, I leveled really quick. I'm just putting that out there. Oh, here we go. 70 experience out of 150. So it looks like Pumpkin has a way to go. Liquid Courage, oh yeah. We have, well. What? He called a little buddy. You're not supposed to call a buddy. Cannibalism. Oh my gosh, there's another little buddy. That's a bucket load of little buds. Well, that's one little bud down. Let me see. She has 3 points. We can have her. I don't know if I want to have her go forward. She's not doing too good health-wise. Have her drink one of her famous sodas. Because why the hell not? Alright, Fernando. Let's see what you got. 3 out of 4. We have an attack. So we have a crawler here. 85% chance. 2%, whatever that red thing means. And he does 83 damage. Two, one. Let's just get rid of. Let's just get rid of people when we can get rid of them. 2, 1. Malicious suit. Oh my goodness! Is he gonna call one of those guys every time I shoot him? Ooh, Dead Age 2. Is it impressing so far? And have you played the original before? Great questions, Delander42. Thank you for that. I have not played the original before. In fact, today was the first day I even heard about it. It popped up on Steam. I was like, hey, there's a new game out. And I'm looking it over, and if you know anything about me, my streaming, I'm a big fan of roguelikes, and I'm a big fan of RPGs. And so I was just like, roguelite RPG? Never heard of it before? Why not? Let's put it on the show today. So that's there we are. So it's the first time trying it out. It's definitely impressive in terms of being something really different, not just in terms of how it's handling some of the combat survival mechanics, but the fact you got this whole base and this whole the meta progression. There's with the roguelite elements of it seem pretty deep, just at first glance going through the tutorial and everything. So we have a lot to kind of explore there. We're going to have Jason start some focus so he can kind of charge forward here in a minute. We'll try to have her switch rows. We'll have her do an attack on the malicious suit. Oh my gosh, so Pumpkin, I guess if I read what he does, attack on malicious suit. Infection causes wounded, and in case of vulnerable infection, cannibalism damages itself immediately, but causes strong regeneration. Have her attack. What, is she poisoned or something? Did she get poisoned from something? Have her switch rows to the back. Fernando. Let's have you 2, 1, 1. Get rid of a crawler, or at least try. Thank you. Oh, that's not disgusting. Oh yeah, no, that's all very disgusting. Caution. Alright, so whose turn is it? Jason. Jason. Maybe switch rows here, do a bladed weapon. Blade thrust, 2 AP, causes vulnerable, propel the target back to the back row. Let's just do an attack. We got the infected patient, this guy, and this guy. Try to get rid of the weak guy first. There we go. We're down to 1 action point. Let's go ahead and do a defense. And Sarah, will have you hold your action. Fernando, try to have you shoot somebody here, buddy. Yeah, I feel like I'm not even going to survive like the first couple of fights here. But I mean, they warned you. They warned you like, hey, you're going to die a lot and stuff. They weren't kidding. Let's see, bladed weapon, attack, infected patient, get rid of that guy. Bladed weapon, attack, foreman. Try to get a little damage in on this guy here. He's kind of tough. Shoot him in the head. There we go. Yeah, you can't hide back there. Man, she's almost dead. Let's try using one of these. Refreshing. What? Oh, that was some good XP. There we go. There's some level ups that we need. Oh, my skills are improving. Bandages. That sounds useful. Ah, we got a hamburger. Food restores a medium amount of health, negates hunger, and slightly boosts strength until the end of next combat. Smuggler noodles. Food restores a medium amount of health, negates hunger, and slightly boosts power until the end of next combat. Good to know. This looks like one of those malls in Left 4 Dead. Honestly, this is what it reminds me of, like Left 4 Dead. The mall location there, right? Loot location. So we got some fabric bandages, some iron ore, we got some hamburgers. Whew. Wow, that was rough. We got 6 hours left in the day. Wonder what this 2 means. Okay, so we should be able to level up our characters. So, boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What do we do here? We want... Can Sarah learn how to do that Molotov cocktail thing that was in the tutorial? Because that would be very helpful. That'd be very helpful. So Sarah's got a lot of bladed weapon, handiwork, biology, and alertness. She got nothing in weapons, just bladed weapons. Huh. Oh, it was under engineering. That's what it was. So you learn Molotov cocktail. Does 120 power damage and causes burned. 75% to cause vulnerable. 100% on critical hits. I'm vicariously watching how well this does, and I recently picked up myself, put about 17-20 hours into the original. So what were your thoughts on the original Delander? From what they are pitching, and they're saying that they basically have spent 3 years improving on the original and come up with the sequel. So I'd be interested to hear what you hear, and I would assume that they maybe have focused on some any weaknesses you might bring up. Hopefully they focused on some of those. But yeah, so far, just kind of interesting. I mean, a big question would be how well it's balanced and how well it works out, but make it pretty clear it's going to be tough going at the beginning, so you're going to die a lot. If we take a look at, so there's this power stat right here, which tells you how well you do with Molotovs. Sarah, none of their stats are very different from one another. What is this? Critical hits. Okay, so this little thing right here means critical hits. Good to know. And this is chance to block. Okay. So if we try to make her the Molotov cocktail person, we want to put points into power. Right? And then we want to go over to that other skill page, this one here, and give her some engineering. She has 10 available skill points, so that will take up 1. At least give her some Molotov cocktails. Thrown weapons ignore armor and defense, can deploy turrets. Thrown weapons are weak against targets with high resistance. So we'll give her a couple of those. What's this next one? Shock Grenade. Deals 150 damage with 80% accuracy. Successfully causes stun. May propel the target from the front to the back, causing additional knockback damage if they collide with an ally. That just sounds special. That just sounds special. Big change that I noticed from my memory is that the map is much better in this one. I played on easiest difficulty, so I don't remember too much being difficult. And I swear one fight I saw you were in was larger, more zombies than anything I remember in the original. Interesting. Yeah. Well, we'll see. I'm gonna try just giving her this for now, and then we can always allocate some of her points a little bit later. This guy's using Bladed Hunting. Increased melee damage, range damage, and power by 33% for 2 rounds. That is called Combat Ready. Grants resistance equal to power 41 plus 20. Non-physical damage is absorbed this round. Cost 1. So we have this skill and we don't even know it. Hunting. Traps weaken melee attackers. Can summon animals. Traps are weak with targets. Was that an option I could pick? I just miss it in combat, or do you have to have parts for this stuff? Fire trap. 70% power damage, it causes burn. 75% chance to cause vulnerable. So that's kind of interesting. He's kind of had that the entire time. And didn't know that. I don't know what this green light, like the light green points, do they not do anything at all? And that's why it's just kind of going back to the regular pistol description. But if you come here, then you learn headshot. But here doesn't give you like anything. Is that the deal? Doesn't give you like any extra skills or anything? Good questions. Good questions, good questions, good questions. We could use somebody who's good at blunt weapons. Attack. A simple hit which causes 100% physical damage. Successful attacker receives an adrenaline point. Grants defense equal. So that's for blunt weapon defense. Huh. Okay. Well, I think for now I'm going to hold off on those things because I really don't even know what I'm doing. Let's go over to at least give them some skill points here. Constitution gives us some increased health pool. Let's give these guys, especially Fernando here, let's give him perceptions for range damage. Let's give him a little bit more physical and a little bit more con. Defense, why not? And let's give you, got this really thought out really well, let's just give you all the offense. There we go. Alright, you only live once. Let's go down here and see what we can do here. Entering base. New around here? Welcome to Freedom City East. Okay, so we're now in another base. Works like our base. You're gonna click on things to talk to people. What brings you here? Side jobs. Help with side jobs in conversation. We're supposed to be trading for stuff here. Oh goodness. You got even side... Man, this thing just gets even deeper. You got side jobs you can take, right? We have a merchant over here. Okay, we're supposed to buy stuff. What could I offer you? Trade. Bills past, armor, new goods, and conversation. Alright, now I'm never going to remember, like, there was a quest we had. Okay, we can access the quest. Let's see here. Are you supposed to talk to her? After Caesar Trail, Jacob must restock to camp resources. The Independents have what you need to survive. Buy resources at the Independent. I hope I'm at the Independence Outpost. I kind of forgot where I'm at. Where's my pen? I need a pen. Never gonna remember this. Okay, you need... Oh, just 10 water and 10 food. Okay, I think we can do that. Assuming this is the Independence. Oops. No. Not trying to X out there. Trying to X out of here. Is this the Independence hideout? Yeah, owner Independence. Okay, so that's good. That's good. Alright, so we need to get 10 food and 10 water is what they're saying. Let's see here. The delivery time is not the best in the bad days. At least new stocks come in every 5 days. Next delivery will arrive in 5 days. Okay, so we need 10 food and 10 water. So, here's the water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Confirm. And then we got food. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Confirm. We did it. Alright. Yippee for us. Now, I wonder if I look at my own backpack here. This is my... Well, we gotta get out of here. Let's get out of this selling thing. Can we eat our food to heal these poor bloodsuckers up? Food restores immune health, negates hunger, and slightly boost strength until the end of combat. We'll have to look at that. I don't know if we're still going to do some more fights. Probably, but let's see if we can talk. We're supposed to talk with the leader, right? While we're here. I like the way this looks. Reminds me of, what was it called? I forget the name of the game. What's going on? I'm from Jack's camp. We need help. The smugglers have taken practically all of our resources. People don't usually just burst in here without an invitation. We're not in business of bailing out total strangers. I'm sorry, but I got a lot on my plate right now, so there's not much I can do. Talk to my people. We'll help you enough. Are you sending me on a scavenger hunt? The situation is urgent. You heard what the boss said. If you can convince some of our people that you're worth it, you're welcome to try this again. But for now, get out of here. Gain the votes of workers in the outpost. 0 out of 2. Okay. Well, you probably knew that wasn't going to be easy, right? Yeah, quest upon quest here. A lot of quest. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. What do you need? Oh, healing. Who should be healed completely? $20. Hell, Mary. You charge a lot. We need your help in getting an audience with Denise. Not talking to you, huh? She's probably busy as usual. Well, let's see. I could put in a good word for you in your camp, but Governor Denise will want to know what you did to earn my favor. What can I do for you? Do my job for Independence best I can, though recently I've been sleeping well or able to concentrate. That's not good in my profession. Jack may have mentioned back when I was helping out at his camp. I was already having health problems. He didn't say much, just something about you needing medication. It started with the death of my husband. It was very hard on me. I suffered a breakdown, and to make matters worse, he's back! Oh no, he's a zombie. He's out there at night. Sometimes he walks past the base. Sometimes he seems to be wandering north. He used to live in the country together, and maybe maybe a part of him feels drawn there. Maybe he still has something like a soul in there. I don't know. Just to be clear, he wants to put him down. Sometimes I wish things could be like they used to be. I want to forget all this crap and just be with him again, but that's obviously not possible. I can hear him screaming out there at night. I know it's him, and I can't work. That's how connected we still are. It breaks my heart, and it needs to end. Where should I look? I'll show you on your map. Oh, well, hell, he's hanging out at our base. You should find him near Jack's camp. I can't know exactly where he's wandering around, of course, but I've marked 3 likely spots. You should go out at night. It's the only guarantee he'll be out there. Should I watch for anything else? Remember, look for him at night. He's big with a strong build. He was a mechanic. He'll be wearing work clothes, and he died. Do this for me, and I'll put in a good word with Denise. Yeah, I know, this War of Mine. It's this War of Mine, the RPG edition, Peter. What could I offer you? How can I get to see Governess Denise? She wants the votes of the most influential people out here in the outpost. I'm one of those people. I could put in a good word for you. Maybe she'll take the time for you then. First, I need you to help with something. I'm having some trouble making deliveries. These customers, let's say they're daring. Let me guess, is it about the smugglers? We got some problems with them too. Good. Do you know the trouble we're having? Then you're the man for this job. Go ask Trader Trevor at the smugglers outpost what happened to my goods. Are you still selling any armor? I've got light and heavy Independence armor. Independence armor may not be the sturdiest, but gives you plenty of free arm and neck movement, making it ideal for ranged fighters. Perception and critical hands chances are increased while wearing it. You need good standing with us to buy some, though. Standing 70. Ally. Required for light armor. Standing 100. Hero for heavy armor. Nice. Yeah, it's interesting so far. It's interesting. And in fact, we got only 8 minutes left on the clock, so we're gonna have to ask. People here what they think. This is interesting so far. Can I go back out to the map here? So we're supposed to find Mary's husband. Poor woman. I can sympathize. She must feel terrible. Well, I'm glad you can sympathize. So. Let's see what we got here. Oh, shucks. I didn't know that was... Not ready for another fight. What a day this has turned out to be. Good thing you're here. You find a single civilian surrounded by enemies. You hurry to his aid. Oh, good. A free meat shield. Okay. Alright. Free meat shield. Always good to know. Let's see here. Oh, he's heavily armored. Oh, hey, I do have this hunting thing. Look at that. Something else what happens when you pay attention. Okay, fire trap. Causes burn, 75% chance, vulnerable. Combat ready. Increased melee damage, range damage power for 55. So that's 2 AP. Chance to cause vulnerable. Huh. So he's heavily armored. They're not. Nice. 70% damage, 75% chance and causes burn, 75% chance to cause vulnerable. That takes 2 action points. Let's save up our juice, I think. We'll have her heal up poor Pumpkin, I think. And then we'll have her defend for her other. Fernando. So this is grayed out. I thought, wait, well, oh wait, she was the engineer, crap. Alright, well we're gonna have him soak up some juice here. Aw, that poor guy gets spit on so much. You're like serious. Let's try... He's only got 100 hit points. Alright, let's juice up. Let's try getting rid of some of these guys in the back. Let's do pistol, attack, and we'll do the head nurse. Pistol, attack, head nurse. Oh my gosh, how many hit points has she got? Alright, here's engineering. Molotov cocktail. So I can't do a I can do a Molotov cocktail. Well, that's good. We need to get rid of his armor. That got rid of it. Ooh, that fire's so bright and pretty. Let's have you do some liquid courage. And get rid of that nurse in the back before she spits on you again. Let's do pistol, attack, and the head nurse again, who's got all of 7 hit points left. Pistol, attack. Actually, debilitating shot can cause injured legs, cause stun. Also using the front row, additional 10% adrenaline damage. That sounds special. That poor guy needs all the adrenaline he can get. So that good. That kind of debilitated him. Ammunition, we're done 38 rounds. Can I switch rows? Let's juice up first. Engineer. Cooldown active on Molotov. So we'll have her juice. And Fernando. Have you juice. Oh, that damn poison. Okay, we're gonna have you switch rows here and unload with the can of whoop butt. Because this blade thrust has the potential to knock the person back into the other person. Like that, doing all kinds of extra damage, which is always special. And then we'll go ahead and do his defense, because he's in the front now. We're going to have you switch row, and just also, because you don't do a whole lot else, let's have you do... Oh, you can do a blade thrust too, so why the hell not? Knock them all over. Blade, attack, 3. Blade. Oops, back. He's the pistol guy. Pistol, attack. We got 50 hit points and 69 hit points. And his... Oh, let's just get rid of that guy. Switch row. Bladed weapon. Attack the cheerleader. Save a bullet. Not bad. That was a good fight. Alright, we got some bandages. We got some antidote spray. Combat sprays can be used to neutralize negative effects and immunize until the end of combat. Very helpful. You save a civilian, he gives you an item, and in gratitude you get 2 more bandages. Okay, very nice, very nice. Alright, so... Okay, so I was thinking maybe I could get around here the long way. What do we have left? We have 5 hours left. Well, I don't know. Might be able to get around this way all the way over here. Or might have to go back to base and start a new day and try to come through the woods. Yeah. Very interesting game. Very, 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 very interesting game. I think now is the time for you guys to put in what you think. Does it deserve a spot on the Wheel of Rogue? Is this something you want to see more of? What are your thoughts? Did you like it? Don't like it? What is your early impressions? Have you been watching? Now's the time to lock those votes in right now. Give you 1 more minute here on the clock. And boy, I don't know if I want to keep pressing my luck here. It's kind of like that game, Press Your Luck. Do you want to press it? We take a look here. Let's see, Sarah, you were the engineer. I think. I wonder how that cool turret. I wonder if that turrets always sound cool to me. I'm just wondering if are you the one with the turret? Fire trap, hunting, small hound. Summons a hound with 90 hit points, 27 strength that can only be used once per combat. Find the hound first. Oh, you gotta find the hound. That's hilarious. Shock grenade. Small turret is up here, and it costs 5. She probably doesn't have enough points to get up there just yet. But the shock grenade sounds interesting. Confirm. Right? It does look cool. But here's a question for you, Moogle. All right, so our time's up according to the timer. But here's our question for you, right? Is that something you want to, like, do we put on the Wheel of Rogue? Is this something we'd like to see streamed or not? I will tell you, first of all, I'll give you, while you guys are talking about that or thinking about it, I will tell you my impression as far as like a game goes. I'm pretty impressed for an hour's worth. I'm pretty impressed. It's different. It feels fresh. I mean, there's nothing new about games with zombies. There's nothing new about games with base building with zombies. You know, we have like The Last of Us and stuff like that, and I can think of a few others I just can't remember the titles of, Left 4 Dead and all these other guys. But turning it into a role-playing game with a board game-like feel, where you're going out and collecting the resources, get into some fights, working through some negotiations. You're going to have that roguelike progression, which we really haven't dived into at all, about dying and bringing back another character, but your base is a little bit more built up. As you go through generations of people or waves of people or whatever have you, we haven't really done that. But it does, yeah. I think there's definitely to me, I've already got my money's worth already. I know I'm going to get my $10 worth. I just, feel like, that part's cool. Yeah, Moogle says it does seem a bit slow though in terms of finishing runs or something. Yeah, I think the concern I have for streaming is that it is a slow burn, and I mean the combats are for a JRPG style combat, they're a bit on the slow side because you are going through these decisions. You're having to make these tough tactical. You're having to make these tough decisions. I like that. I like the fact that the combat does make you think and make you weigh through your different options. And I imagine more options open up as you level up. But it makes a good early impression. You don't have to play for hours to get to some real tactical depth in a game. Right from the get-go, you've already got some meaningful, tough decisions you got to make just in handling regular fighting. So that's pretty cool. But that does also kind of slow down as I kind of go through the thought process. You compare it with some of the other rogues I play. If I'm playing Shiren the Wanderer, or I'm playing, some of those straightforward turn-based dungeon crawlers, or I'm playing a more action RPG like a roguelike, like a Hades. Even Slay the Spire as a card game, you tend to go through things faster. The runs are only 2 to 3 hours. Here, I get the feeling runs are going to be significantly longer, and I don't know if that's going to be a satisfying streaming experience. Let's see what you guys say. If it's like the original, the side quests vary depending on answers and conversation with people in your camp, says Delander. And people join, survive, and dislike with some variety. The characters liking and disliking others and how you react to them may at least in part be something. I just remember, though, a non-actual game mechanic. It sounds like something they did that they definitely got in here. I think there's some really good, cool RPG mechanics in here between the factions and people liking you, not liking you. How do I know if I don't help this girl's boyfriend before he dies, she might be upset and leave the group, right? I could definitely see that kind of happening. I don't know if they got those mechanics in there, but maybe she does, or maybe she gets pissed, or maybe she betrays us next. So it might be important to take care of what she wants. But at the same time, Fernando was very outspoken against that idea. So he might have a different opinion. And then there's all these different quests, and you got to prioritize and figure out. There's going to be some different decisions to be made here. I think it's got some good RPG, mechanics and chops on it. I think all that's pretty cool. I think it's a good game that people should check out. I don't think I want to put it on the Wheel of Rogue though, because I do think that it's too methodically paced. And I usually play those games for about 30 minutes to an hour each on each run. And on most rogues, that usually means at least a third of a run or a half of a run. Some rogues, it means a full run within an hour. You're not going to get that here at all. So I don't think it quite does good for that. It doesn't mean I'll never play it on stream. I can certainly see myself on a Saturday afternoon saying, hey, let's knock some more of this out. Or just on a random day where I need a break from my regular game that I'm streaming, because this is cool and it's different. And I definitely want to give this some more airtime. I definitely see this coming again to a stream that I'm doing. But I don't think I'm going to put this on the Wheel of Rogue just because it's not paced well for, you know, the kind of streaming that I do with the roguelikes. I don't think that's exactly a good fit. Stubbies just subscribed. Hey Stubbies, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. We are on the road to 1,000 followers here on Twitch here at RP Gamer, so I definitely really appreciate that. And hopefully you can swing by here. I personally am streaming here every night starting around 9:30 to 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on the weekdays, and I do random Saturday streams here and there as my real life allows me. So I'm always excited. By following, you get to stay on top of when I'm online doing some. Right now, I've been working my way through Dragon Age 2, and I'm almost done with that. And we'll be starting Monster Hunter Rise, as I like to call it, but Rise will be starting soon when that game comes out. So really appreciate that, Stubbies. Yeah, oh, and follows. So you subscribed and follows. Thank you so much for both of those. We really appreciate it. But definitely come here every night and chit chat. I always interact with the chat. I always love to hear what people have to say about the games I'm playing, and stuff. And like the segment, enjoy Bezos money. Bezos money. I'm glad you like the segment though. But anywho, I think that's all I have for the show tonight and for the segment. And it's getting late, so I got to wrap it up. But I do think y'all will see some more of this down the road, though. It may not be on the Wheel of Rogue, but that doesn't mean we can't have. Especially if you guys ask for it. If you guys demand you want to see some more of the game, I'll be more than happy to take one of my weekday streams out or do a special Saturday stream and play this for a few hours and we can get deeper into it. Or maybe I'll get deeper into it on the side and then be able to show off some of the later gameplay, what that looks like, okay? But for now, I'm going to sign off. My name is Phil, aka JC Servant, the Utah Polygamist. Because I have so much love for games, I can't stay loyal to just one. And I want to thank you all so much for watching tonight. And I really do hope that all of your future adventures have some meaningful combat systems with tough decisions just like this one here, because this was very entertaining and left a good impression. Good night.
I feel a sun inside me rise.